Hello and welcome to a new school year from the Curriculum and Staff Development offices. A significant effort was made last year to offer staff development and professional development experiences that would utilize a blended learning approach, focusing on technology while also offering useful opportunities for learning through professional learning communities and active research is alive and well at North Allegheny. We increased the ways that you could accrue Act 48 credits, learn new skills, and engage with professional discussions about our wonderful profession. Although we are proud of our growth, we are ready to share more opportunities with you this year. There are new textbooks, software programs, in-service activities, unit-based curriculum through Rubicon, and so much more getting ready to happen. Through the hard work of Karen Dobda, Coordinator of Staff Development and Strategic Planning, and Mike Pasquinelli, our Coordinator of Academic Technology, we're ready and willing to help you navigate through this busy and exciting time. This year, we will continue our in-depth dedication to build upon the instructional strategies that were discussed in April of last year. We are so fortunate to have many enthusiastic professionals volunteering to lead us through this journey to a common language for teaching and learning. During this year, we will further explore the work of Dr. Marzano in the art and science of teaching. The end result will be an ongoing initiative for all of us at NA. In order to benefit the most from these professional development opportunities, we recommend that you utilize the staff development and instructional technology websites. They are there to help you find in-service dates, topics, and locations. It also serves as a resource for instructional strategies that we are discussing throughout the year. It also provides extensive new e-learning opportunities that focus on the newest technologies happening in our district. Finally, it provides the listing of traditional workshops that are available to you in your particular areas of interest.
Oh, hi everyone. You just caught me getting ready to update Walt's computer. Believe me, I understand how frustrating technology can be, especially with all the changes and updates that go on. But at the same time, it is a powerful resource for inspiring teaching and learning.
Let me take a few minutes and provide you with a quick update of the technology changes and how we're going to support you throughout this school year. 3 major software changes occurred over the summer months. The first is the transition from Office 2003 to Office 2010. At first glance, Office 2010 may look a bit intimidating, but very quickly you'll find the new format makes a lot of sense. See what happens? You leave for a few months and it feels like 7 years have passed. If you've logged into SchoolWires as a site manager, you probably noticed some significant changes. The new features make adding or modifying your pages easier, with additional apps available to support your unique needs. And finally, Tyler Gradebook has taken the place of eSembler. You're going to touch this program for the first time this afternoon. Thus far, all of the feedback we're receiving from teachers has been very positive. There are some added features that I'm sure you're going to like. Now, with all those changes, we're not going to leave you hanging out there for dear life. Starting September 9th, a member of the software support team will be stationed at each school throughout the day. They will be in your building to answer any of your questions. You can stop in before school, after school, or during your planning period. We're going to offer our after-school technology sessions starting the week of September 27th. So if you have an hour and a half to stay after school, consider spending some time with our experts. Our goal is to individualize these after-school sessions to meet everyone's needs. I am going to continue the morning technology chats at each of the elementary schools. These voluntary learning communities were great opportunities to network with colleagues and share best practices. And finally, we have our e-learning for staff internet site. Karen Dobda has dedicated a tremendous amount of time to this resource, and she, along with a number of your colleagues, add content to this site daily. However, we're always looking for additional authors, so please contact one of us if you would like to create an online module within your area of expertise. This 24/7 learning resource tool is a great place to get a quick answer to a question in order to efficiently complete a task. A simple click on one of these learning modules will give you access to short videos and step-by-step guides. Online learning is growing in popularity due to its flexibility in delivery and alignment to individual needs. Try a few of these videos, and I guarantee you will come back for more. Now, if you prefer the independent hands-on approach to learning, we have copies of the Office 2010 CDs available for you to sign out from each of the libraries. Feel free to take them home and install them on your computer. Now, hopefully you're feeling at least a little better about all of the technology changes and realize there are plenty of people available to support you. All you have to do is to take some initiative to explore what is out there, participate in some of our training and support programs, and you'll be feeling confident in no time.
There's been lots of exciting things happening in the Staff Development Office. But first of all, I would like to thank all of you for your excitement, enthusiasm, and leadership as we embark on the Instructional Strategies component of our Staff Development program. I know many of you began reading the Instructional Strategies found in the Art and Science of Teaching this summer. We will begin this school year starting on Chapter 1, focusing on establishing and communicating learning goals, tracking student progress, and celebrating student success. Let's listen to Dr. Marzano introduce this book to us.
The Art and Science of Teaching has 10 what I call design questions, and they're presented in an order because, one seems to follow to another. However, that said, and we actually deal with this in the last design question, is in a classroom it's not like that. A classroom is a very dynamic thing, so there is an order, but in terms of how one would observe a classroom or think of a classroom, they get categorized a bit differently.
Think of Marzano's first 9 instructional design questions as paints on a palette. Question 10 can be seen as the paintbrush that the artist uses to apply the paints to the canvas. When educators combine their imagination and experience with research-based practices, they are practicing the art and science of teaching.
Beginning this fall, there will be a renewed focus on teaching and learning in the North Allegheny School Districts. We will be looking at instructional strategies, their impact on classroom management, and how we can utilize them to best deliver effective curriculum to our students. Let's take a listen to what our colleagues have to say about this exciting endeavor.
Marzano states that there are 3 main areas that you want to look at: setting goals, tracking the progress, and celebrating success. Well, how do I do that in my 2nd grade classroom? I think the most important thing is to be hands-on. Get the kids involved. When I learn, I like to be hands-on. I want to feel a sense of accomplishment. But for the kids, we're presenting it to them like, this is what we're going to work on today. And they always want to know why. So we want to make it exciting for the student by involving them, chunking the material more, allowing them to have more sharing opportunities so that they can have cooperative learning experiences and how to move on and become a better student.
So as I was reading Marzano and the beginning of his action steps, he actually said a learning goal is a statement of what the students will know or be able to do. I think to myself, the activity, the fun stuff, but I have to focus on what's the learning goal. And then I have to realize that they're 14 years old and how it's going to affect them. Because more than anything, they're interested in how does this affect me? Because I'm going to put them into I can statements or I will statements. How do you feel that you are able to, or can you tell me or discuss, for example, the benefit of the victory of the War of 1812? At that point, when I think they've done a good job and they can ask themselves, were they able to? I know in my assessment, and I can write down some little notes, if it was good or bad.
It's exciting to be back for another year of North Allegheny School District, another exciting school year. This summer, as I was relaxing by the beach and having a wonderful break, like I'm sure many of us were, I decided to pick up a little Marzano and read about formative assessment. Marzano states, and Marzano calls it, that formative assessment is not only a powerful measurement tool, but also a powerful instructional tool. This is because it allows students to observe their own progress. What does that mean to me? To me, formative assessment means a couple things. Anytime we introduce new material, especially with new curriculum in our classroom, we have to have formative assessment from the beginning to the end of that lesson or unit. The thing that we're teaching them more deeply, that they're very focused on the content, and that they get the ownership of the materials that we're teaching to them.
When I was reading through Marzano's The Art and Science of Teaching, there were a number of action steps that jumped out at me in terms of what it is that I'm doing in my own classroom and what I can do moving forward. In a sense, the Marzano material provided some validation for me in terms of how I go about the process of assessment and the like. As I have the students go through their first essay, we use the rubric that I use for assessment in order to give the students a sense of what it is they need to do with their writing, where the focus should be. We sit down and we conference and we go through the initial rubric, and we also establish a goal that they can focus on moving forward.
One of the best parts about being in education is when we see a student get excited because they finally earned that grade that they wanted, or they're excited about that presentation that they're about to give, and they're asking, when am I next, am I ready to go, or when are we getting that test back, and they're excited if they see that they got that B, because maybe on the last test they got that C. When we see those little glimmers in their eyes and their excitement, or just that sense of pride that they have, that is something that we need to celebrate. And as their teachers and as educators, we have to make sure that we take that moment to celebrate that success with them. You know, we work with kids all the time to set your goals. You know, here are the habits and the study skills that you need to achieve this. And if you do all of this, you'll get that grade, or you'll learn that component of the chapter. But we have to make sure that we also take that couple seconds or that minute to say, you know what, you did achieve it, and you should be proud of yourself.
In the Art and Science of Teaching, Dr. Marzano states, the single most influential component of an effective school is the individual teachers within that school. We are committed and unified in our efforts to build a common language for teaching and learning. So much that on January 16th and April 5th, we will have 2 building and service sessions dedicated to the Art and Science of Teaching. It is our collective goal to provide an excellent learning experience for you and for our students at North Allegheny. Teamwork makes the difference. Together, we can all achieve more. Have a fantastic opening and a great school year.